Hello everyone, welcome in to a Sunday preview video. I've been trying to shoot this continually for like an hour. We've had deliveries, peanut, the light going out, anything you can possibly think of going wrong has. But we're going to get through it this time, I think. So I've loaded up the video. We're going to watch the video and then talk about everything again. There's so much stuff. It's nuts. The other week when they had all the Horus Heresy reveals, I thought that was a lot. This like blows it out of the water in terms of the amount of stuff being released. So I'm going to pop the old headphones on here. Let's take a quick watch. I've watched this like so many times now. Oh my God.
My name's Simon and I'm here to guide you through the next 7 days in your favourite hobby. Kicking things off, there are new releases for both Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warcry, available to pre-order from Saturday the 20th of August. First up, the Arcane Cataclysm Battlebots.
It's another Army vs. Army box,
so Disciples of Tzeentch in a full-on magical showdown, and features a brand new Lumineth hero in the form of the Cenarian Lightener, as well as the new Curseling Eye of Tzeentch miniature.
That's so well
painted. Skaven Deathmaster and unique Sylvaneth character, the Lady of Vines, both of which were previously only available in the Echoes of Doom battle box, will also be up for pre-order separately. The constituent kits of the Thondian Strongpoint are also set to be released separately for the first time, including the Kronspine Incarnate of Ger, the Cleansing Aqualift, and the Megadroth remains. For fans of Warcry, the Warcry Compendium
gotta get the
provides
compendium.
updated rules for every Grand Alliance faction, making it the perfect supplement to the game itself. Meanwhile, the Chaos Legionaries warband and mighty Centurion Marshall are also coming to dominate the Gurish lands for the Dark Gods. Saturday the 20th of August also sees new pre-orders for Black Library, including the limited edition of Rogueldorn, the Emperor's Crusader by Gav Thorpe, and the MP3 audiobook of Blackstone Fortress Ascension by Darius Hinks. Next up are miniatures for two popular Black Library characters, the dashing Arcanaut captain Dreki Flint and the ill-fated Soulblight vampire Kado Ezekiel.
Great.
They also both
Great
feature
models.
in their first full-length novels, The Arcanaut's Oath by Guy Haley and John French's The Hollow King, available as a royal hardback as well as MP3 and ebook formats. Saturday the 20th of August also sees the pre-order release of Warhammer the Horus Heresy Aeronautics.
This is interesting that they're doing that, so I'm interested to see this.
Sees the dynamic game of aerial combat take to the skies of the Age of Darkness. This expansion is accompanied by the Vanaheim Area of Engagement boards, the Divisio Aeronautica and Legions Astartes aircraft cards, as well as the Legio Custodes Ares gunship. A day earlier, on Friday the 19th of September, fans of Necromunda will be able to pre-order two new kits in the form of the Corpse Grinder weapon set and the deeply disturbing Delac Spiker.
Thumbs up, thumbs up.
On Warhammer Plus this week, Battle Report turns out the lights with a showcase game of Kill Team.
I actually really want to watch this
featuring the game's brand new factions, the Imperial Navy Breaches and Kroot Fast Orca Kinband. The Kroot are also the subject of this week's Lawmasters episode, which delves into the storied history of the Tau Empire's alien mercenaries. With Act 3 of Interrogator on its way soon, we've also got a trailer to whet your appetite for the animated series. And on the topic of Warhammer animations, you'll also be able to enjoy listening to the atmospheric soundtracks of Interrogator and Angels of Death.
Fantastic.
Finally, 2 more classic issues of White Dwarf magazine will be added to the archives of the Warhammer Vault. To stay up to...
All right, so that's it. So I'm going to go through and break down everything because, again, there's a ton of stuff that came out or that is coming out. So first we have the Arcanaut's Oath. So the Caradron Overlords, whenever they have books for them, they are actually great stories because they always kind of start off at the home base or wherever they're going out from, and they can go anywhere. So the books are always very different, and they usually are like fun little one-offs, right? So I'm excited to listen to this, and the model is actually really cool. Like, I love the gun, the crazy axe. Like, steampunk dwarves are just fun, right? Like, this is just another great Caradron Overlord model. And it's funny with the 40k dwarves coming out too. There's going to be a lot of crossover and conversions, I feel, coming up, which is great. He's standing on a tentacle that he has apparently cut off, so that's fun. But it's another great Caradron model. I have nothing I would improve on it. I think it's a great model. I like the scarring. All of the armor work is great. The detail on it. I'm excited for the book and this model. The Hollow King. Let's go with that cover, man. Oh my God, the bat's turning into the cloak. This vampire looks like he's going to be a very good fighter, which I'm excited for. I like AOS with the Undead faction because specifically with the Soulblight Gravelords, they kind of did some new stuff. Right, they kind of switched it up, but they still clung on too much to the old world concept of the undead. There's no rules in AOS with what they can do, and they went there with the one faction, right? Like vampires turning into wolves and the half beast, half vampire. Like there's dynasties that are so interesting, but they won't let go of that old stuff that I just find so bland. But I still will like, a classic vampire that's tearing stuff up, close combat, that's going to be fun. And I'm going to get this model. I like this model a lot, the posing of it. I just wish they had done a couple bats, like flying out of the cloak or flying into the cloak that he's just materialized. I think that was kind of a missed opportunity. But other than that, great model. The posing's good. I like the movement of it. I like the giant sword. Nothing more to say there. So we have Arcane Cataclysm. This is a standard, kind of, I guess, starter box, quote unquote, with 2 factions in it. Each one has 1 new model, so 1 new HQ model that you can get. Everything else is just from the current range of Lumineth Realm Lords and Zeech models that you can pick up. But in terms of the 2 new ones, the Curseling is so cool. I love this model. I think that AOS has a real chance to do Zeech in the way it should always be done. Like, Zeech is so interesting. Zeech is the changer of ways, right? It doesn't always have to be bird and like their standard 3 demons, right? I feel like they've kind of been pigeonholed into Zeech is just this, but when you read the books, Zeech is so much more interesting in all of the lore. I hope that they do more models. Like, they still have the feathers here, right? It's still a throwback to classic Zeech, but this is at least a departure from what we normally get, and I hope we get more models like this. I'd love to see some, like, Zeech Chaos Warriors, right? Specifically. That'd be a lot of fun. The Lumineth Realm Lord character, the Enlightener, is kind of standard new character for Lumineth Realm Lords. The armor is kind of slightly different. That's basically it. I'm not sure what the abilities on the character will be, but I'm sure it'll just be a little bit different where it'll tie into maybe the archers or something. Usually each character pairs along with a certain squad, so we'll have to see what the rules are. The Death Master and the Lady of Vines, again, they came out in a box set just like this, so just like Arcane Cataclysm, but I think the turnover now is about 6 months, just under 6 months to get the model separately. There was that one point where it was like 2 years almost for these Age of Sigmar models, and people were pissed because the price on them went through the roof on the used market. But they don't seem to be doing that anymore, so that's a good call. The Death Master, oh man, that paint job. Look at that knife. That knife is perfect. Again, the Skaven, it's a fun new Skaven model. I still wish that they had departed from the old world style. Like, with them, it literally was a copy paste into AOS, and I think it was a missed opportunity to really do something different with them. For the Lady of the Vines, again, cool character. I like this model a lot. I've seen some different paint jobs with it, like painted like a birch tree, or the different wood textures, and I've heard that the character plays really well in game, so it's nice to see it out. If you missed that box, you can now pick it up. In the Incarnate of Ger, right? The Kron Spine. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This is a fantastic model, right? This, like, such a cool idea that the realms, now the magic is going out of control and is now taking, matters into its own hands, and the realm itself is fighting people. I just wish this was the size of a Mega Gargant, right? This is too small. I'm not going to get this model because it's just, I want it to be so much bigger. I think the incarnations of the realm should be so big that you can make them one-off games where literally you and your friends are fighting this auto-control creature that's just huge that you're just trying to all kill together. It'd be fun and very different, I think, but, it just needs to be, again, turned up a little bit more. I think AOS needs to be, cranked up to 100, right? And then we have the Cleansing Aqualift. So the storyline for these is that as the kind of pilgrims are making their way out from the current cities that are protected by Sigmar, they're founding new cities, but the land itself is corrupted by chaos. They can't plant anything. Like, even being around it, you get corrupted. So they are building these on ley lines and purifying the ground itself so that they can live there again. So this is the second one. This looks more like a mobile one. Again, they've like brought with them and have changed it up to now cleanse the ground around it. The original one, which I don't think you can get anymore, was a standalone one where it was just like in the center of the encampment, I guess. But it was cool too. I like this idea that they're bringing them as well, but they're both really fun models. The Megadroth remains. I'm going to get this. I want to paint this up. See, this should have been the other one, right? This should be the Incarnation of Ger, right? Look at the head, the size difference, right? If it was this, why wouldn't it possess this thing if it's beside it, right? I don't get it. But anyways, a cool piece of terrain. I like the size of it. It's got everything going for it. For Warcry, the Centurion Marshall, I'm going to get this model at Christmas. Again, I'm trying to hold off on buying new stuff. I'm trying to paint models, pump out some finished stuff before I grab more models, but I do really want to get my hands on this at some point. The Chaos Legionaries, again, aligned with Be'lakor. These are very different in the aesthetic style compared to the other Chaos stuff we have now. But it's just kind of the leather jerkins. Like, I really appreciate that they're doing what I think they should do across the board and just focus on the mortals, right? Like, we can have all the other factions, but AOS is really about the mortals, right? Who they're worshiping, where their souls go. That's the base elements of it. And we need to see more of this, right? More interesting humans who worship blank god and wear different styles, right? Like, this is Be'lakor. Awesome. I love it. For the Warcry Compendium, I'm going to pick this up. For Almighty One picked up the Warcry box, so I figure I'll get the Compendium for us so we can have the full Warcry experience, but I'm excited to get that. For Aeronautic Imperialist, I was very surprised by this. I guess I shouldn't have been, but they're bringing out rules for the Horus Heresy. So now you can fight specific Horus Heresy battles. The rules might be a bit different too, but it'll be Imperium versus Imperium for the most part. I think maybe some Mechanicum stuff thrown in there, but that'll be interesting. It's a new take, but it also is a new rule book where theoretically every 3 years they'll bring out a new Horus Heresy, Aeronautic Imperialist, and then a regular one as well. They want to pump out those rule books. So the Vanaheim area of engagement, right? You want to fight on a Forge World? Go to town, right? It's just a different board. If you like the board, get the board. For the gunship, I actually like this model a lot, but this will definitely be a Forge World. This will definitely be like $80 for this model. So if you want to go grab it. For the Legion Astartes aircraft cards, again, this is just a play, so you'll have to get the cards as well. I'm just scrolling right through that because I want to get to the Delax Spiker. Look at that model. It looks just like the villain from that Disney movie. I think it was a Disney movie. But that's the memes and the jokes online. It's when you see this model, this is what Warhammer 40,000 should be, right? It's fun. It's terrifying, right? Necromunda really encompasses a lot of good aspects of, I think, the hobby in general, right? It doesn't take itself too seriously sometimes. But this would be a great model to paint, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Forge World model. It'll probably be a bit pricey, but again, this is a centerpiece kind of thing where you've got this. People are like, "What is that thing? I want it." I have nothing to improve on this model. It's just getting stabbed in the brain, right, to get more powerful. That makes sense to me. The Corpse Grinder weapon set. Fantastic. So many conversion bits in here. I'm going to pick this up at some point just because you just get so much you can work with. Even just the kind of like samurai feudal Japan shoulder pads that they've got. Like, I'd cut those off and put them on scouts and stuff. Like, it's just, you can use everything in this box set. I love it. The banner's great too. That's a Night Lord's banner for sure. So from Black Library, we have Rogueldorn, the Emperor's Crusade. It looks stunning. Like, this is like such a nice cover and box. Like, wow, this really blows me away with this one. Again, gold embossed. I love when they do stuff like this. This is a really, really nice book. So Blackstone Fortress Ascension coming to audio novel. And then we've got other books coming out in French and German. We'll just skip through this. Scrolling. And now this week in Warhammer Plus. So again, Warhammer Plus for a while now, I think they're down to one animation a month. When it was started, it was supposed to be one a week. So that's very jarring compared to what they said at the start. But I'm actually excited for this. So the battle reports I never watch because I'd rather be painting, doing something else, or playing myself. But this one I'm going to watch because I want to see how the game plays. There's some talk of some splitting and some picking up this box possibly. But I want to see how it plays first. The Lore Masters Kroot. I love Kroot. I've been making Kroot videos for so long. I think they should lean into Kroot so hard. And I want to see this video and see if there's anything that I actually don't know. But we'll see. And then we got 2 more White Dwarfs. But that's it for this week. And again, this is all the things. This is so much stuff. But my hands down winner. Vampire. Right? Love the Vampire. Excited for the Hollow King. I'm gonna listen to that right away. Like day one, it comes out. I'm getting this book. But again, it's just I wish they had those bats becoming the cloak. Like the cover is so perfect, and I think like even if they'd done this with having like I think that the hand should have been on the hilt and then having the bats go in. But you might be able to convert it because this palm is open to have it, and maybe I'll just do that myself. I need some bats. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you're most excited for. There's so much, right? Like I think the next 2 weeks of August are just going to be insane releases as well, and then we'll be going up into Christmas soon, and that is going to be nuts. There's going to be so much stuff coming out at Christmas this year. I can't wait. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much. I'll be pumping out content all the time now, so there's lots to look forward to. I'll see everybody soon.